Hi, how are you? Uh, okay, long week, crazy week. Happy Lunar New Year. It's a big deal here. It's pretty exciting. I'm excited that Lunar New Year is taking place. It's a cool holiday. It's a cool holiday in Korea. It is now officially Year of the Rabbit. I'm Year of the Tiger, actually, so it's a little bit disappointing that my year is over, but alas, I must give up my reign eventually. Okay. Anyway, I am well. I am fine. I have really good news. I have an apartment officially. It's very exciting. I was apartment hunting on Sunday, which was officially Lunar New Year, which was yesterday for me. And I found a place that I'm really excited about, and so I will officially be moving in about a month. I'm so excited. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be a good change. It's in a neighborhood that I'm really excited about, and yeah. Oh my god, I'm really off my game. I really got to pick it up and put it down with the names of these streams. Okay, I don't know what to name the stream, so I'm just going to keep it the same, but we're going to update it to Act 2. Because that is what we're doing today, is we're reading 12th Night Act 2. Let's see, what have I been up to? So I'm on vacation right now. Not actual vacation, as you can tell, because I still have, like, the giant mural on my wall. But also, I'm on, like, school vacation, so I don't have to teach for the next 2 days. So I have Monday and Tuesday off, which is fantastic. And I'm so happy about that. It's really nice to not have to teach for a few days. I've been orienting myself. I've been watching DIY videos about how to build a Murphy bed. I'm actually really good at DIY, fun fact. I don't know if I'm that good, but we will see eventually. I'm hoping that I can figure something out where I can either like stow my bed away, or perhaps I saw like this other thing where like you can fold out a bed. I don't want a twin bed. That's my thing, is I want a double bed of some sort, but the thing is double beds take up a lot of space. So I have to kind of figure out how I'm going to maximize everything. And anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's not that interesting. So, yeah, I'm excited. Today, did I do anything else this weekend? Not really. I ate a lot of barbecue, Korean barbecue. I'm trying to think. I had the same meal like 3 days in a row, which was great. Korean food is delicious, so I don't see a problem with it, but at the same time, it was nice to have something different for dinner last night instead of the same thing over and over again. Yeah, so I'm excited. Today we are going to delve into Act 2. This play is so different from anything we've read so far, and I mean, I know it's a comedy, and you know, let's see, we've read Midsummer Night's Dream and Merchant of Venice. Those are the two comedies that we've read so far. And so 12th Night, it's a little bit different. It's a little different because it's a bit more promiscuous. So like it explores, I don't know, I think there are some homosexual themes. I don't know, you can disagree with me. But I mean, there are a lot of characters who are starting to get be into each other. So let me draw a diagram, because honestly, I think that would be more helpful than me just trying to explain it. So hold on. And yes, I am wearing shorts. It's because I was cleaning and I didn't want to be too comfy while cleaning. So actually, you know what? I'm gonna put my hold on screen on for a second. Okay. Wow. Okay. Let's tear out this piece of paper ASMR, and then we'll draw this diagram. Okay. So who are our characters so far? So we have the Duke, whose name is, let's see, I really went to a terrible page. Okay, so we have the Duke of Illyria, whose name is Orsino, right? Yes. So we have Orsino, who is the Duke. And we have Olivia, who is the Countess, okay? I don't know why I'm saying it like that. I think it just sounds fancier, okay? So we have Olivia, the Countess, and we have Orsino, the Duke. And Orsino is interested in Olivia. So this is what I've got so far, if you can see that. Really high quality, I know. Okay, but there's also Viola, who is disguised as Cesario, right? Cesario. So I'm going to put Viola on here. And Viola is also Cesario. So she's a woman in pants. Nobody knows she's a woman in pants. She's just a woman disguised as a man. Olivia has a crush on Viola. Orsino has a little bit of a crush on Viola. And Viola is trying to win Orsino, but isn't in love with him. She's more like, this is a challenge. So I'm going to put it as a dotted line for now. That's what we got so far. Okay. That way. Okay. So Orsino likes Olivia. Olivia likes Cesario. Orsino also likes Cesario, aka Viola. And you have to keep in mind, so the Duke, Orsino, is falling in love with a man, or who he thinks is a man. And Viola is trying to win, my orientation, Viola is trying to win Orsino, who's the Duke, and like be close to him. So she's currently acting as his like in-house musician, like his DJ, essentially. So, okay, we've got all of that going on, and then we've got Sir Tony Belch and Mr. Aguacheek, right? If you don't remember this, that's okay. So Toby, sorry, terrible name. So we've got Toby, who is a drunk, and then we've also got Sir Andrew. I'm gonna put Aguacheek because that's how I remember him. Aguacheek, because it's got the word cheek in it, so it makes me think he's either really cheeky or I know he didn't choose his name. Anyway, so he's got a thing for Olivia, but I feel like also he's got a thing for Tony because Toby. Yikes. He's got a thing for Toby because Toby also kind of has a thing for him. So I'm going to like make that a thing that they kind of like each other, but they're not saying anything because like we're in what century? Right. So yeah. And then I think that's all of the like love that we've explored so far. So here we go. Okay, let's break this down one more time. Hold on. So, we've got Orsino, who's in love with Olivia. Olivia does not love Orsino, by the way. And then we have Viola. Viola is trying to win the likes of the Duke, while undercover as a man, by the way. You have to keep this in mind. She's undercover as a man. So, like, anyway, it's working because Orsino likes him. And then Olivia also likes him. So she's wooing two at once. Facts. But you also have on the side Mr. Aguacheek, who is trying to woo Olivia as well, who is best friends with her cousin Sir Toby, but at the same time, are they just best friends? Or are they actually in love? We do not know, because they hang out a lot and they drink together a lot and they touch a lot in the book. So I'm just gonna say, like, maybe they like each other. I don't know. And that's fine. I'm cool with that. So, we're going to go into Act 2, Scene 1. Let's go. Let's start this-ish. Okay? So, we're at the door of Antonio's abode. Now, who is Antonio, you ask? It is a friend of Sebastian's. Who is Sebastian, you ask? Well, Sebastian is Viola's twin brother. Who is Viola, you ask? Viola's the one who's undercover as Cesario, who is wooing these two people. Okay. I, too, did not know who Antonio was or Sebastian, so that's okay. And I didn't know Viola had a twin brother, so that's good to know. And that might also, like, play a good part in this play later, because, you know, if Olivia does not want to marry a woman, which she might. She's kind of a recluse and doesn't like to be around men, so like that's a possibility. But if she doesn't want to marry Viola, that could be a viable option if she's just really into Viola's looks, because she has a twin brother. And I know that not all twins look the same, but at the same time, maybe they do look similar. Okay, I'm gonna read. I'm sorry, I'm taking forever. I'm taking my time with this one. I don't know why. Okay, let's get into it. Antonio and Sebastian enter. So the two besties. And Antonio says, "Will you stay no longer? Or will you not that I go with you?" And Antonio's like, "Come on, are you not staying anymore?" And Sebastian says, "By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore I shall crave of you your leave, that I may bear my evils alone. It were a bad recompense for your love to lay any of them on you." So Sebastian's leaving Antonio's house. He's just like, "Look, dude, I don't want to overstay my welcome," which, you know what? That's a good friend. I get it. So, and Antonio says, "Let me yet know of you whither you are bound." And so Antonio's like, "Oh, where are you going? What are you going to be doing after this?" And Sebastian says, "No, sooth, sir. My determinate voyage is mere extravagancy, but I perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you will not extort from me what I am willing to keep in. Therefore it charges me in manners the rather to express myself. You must know of me then, Antonio. My name is Sebastian, which I called Roderigo." What? Whoa! Antonio is also Rodrigo? Okay. "My father was that Sebastian of Messalina." Oh, whom I know you have heard of. "He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens had been pleased, would we had so ended. But you, sir, altered that, for some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea was my sister drowned." So, Sebastian doesn't go by Sebastian because his dad's name is Sebastian. And I've heard of this before. It's like, "My father's name is Sebastian. I am da-da-da," you know. So he goes by Rodrigo, I guess. But we're going to call him Sebastian through this whole play because we're not going to see his dad. I'm going to just say it right now. He's not going to pop up, probably. But anyway, so Sebastian is kind of lamenting his sister, and I guess he thinks that Viola is dead because she went to the seas, and so he thinks that she, like, I guess was thrown overboard and drowned in the ocean. Little does he know she's wearing pants. Yikes! Ah! And Antonio says, "Alas, the day!" And Sebastian says, "A lady, sir, though it was said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. But though I could not with such estimate wonder overfar believe that, yet thus far I will boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. She is drowned already, sir, with salt water, though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more." So it seems that Sebastian may not have ever met Viola because it seems that their father renounced them or like got rid of them when they were very young. So maybe they've never met. I don't know. We'll see. But at the same time, Sebastian seems to know a lot about her. So maybe he does know her, but he's just like saying things in a weird way because it's Shakespeare. So, okay. And Antonio says, "Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment." Sebastian says, "Oh, good Antonio, forgive me your trouble." He's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm rambling, sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm out." And Antonio says, "If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant." And Sebastian says, "If you will not unto what you have done, that is, kill him whom you have recovered, desire it not. Fare ye well at once. My bosom is full of kindness, and I am yet so near the manners of my mother that upon the least occasion more, mine eyes will tell tales of me. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell." And so Sebastian exits. He's like, "Okay, I'm going to Count Orsino's court." So he's going to Illyria. He's going to go visit Count Orsino. And Antonio says, "The gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else would I very shortly see thee there. But come what may, I do adore thee so, that danger shall seem sport, and I will go." So Antonio's like, I would go, bro, but like I also don't really like anybody affiliated with Orsino, and they really don't like me either. So like that sounds like a not good idea for me to go. So I'm not gonna go. But good luck with that, Sebastian. And then Antonio slams the door shut. I don't think he slams it, but he closes it nicely. Enough so the air does not come in. And then he walks into his abode. And that's the end. Okay, so we're getting a feeling of what's about to happen next. Sebastian is going to Illyria to visit Count Orsino. I don't know why. I don't know what his motivation is. And then Antonio is just like, see ya, have a good time. I don't know if we're ever going to see Antonio again. Maybe. Scene 2. It's a street near Olivia's house. Fantastic. We are back in the streets in true Shakespeare. What is the word? Manner? I don't think that's the word. But you get what I'm saying. You understand what I'm trying to illustrate, the picture that I am painting. So Viola enters and is approached by Malvolio. Now, if you don't remember Malvolio is like the guard of Olivia. He's just trying to make sure that all of the things that are happening around Olivia are keeping her safe and keeping her happy, essentially. He's the dude who makes sure, he's the one dude that Olivia is just like, all right, you can hang out with me, I guess. So Malvolio goes up to Viola, who is still disguised as Cesario, and says, were not you even now with the Countess Olivia? And Viola says, even now, sir, on a moderate pace, I have since arrived but hither. So Malvolio was just like, weren't you just with Olivia? And Viola's like, oh, no. I'm trying to go there now, actually. Malvolio, oh, no. She's trying to leave. Right, because she just visited Olivia to tell her, like, all of this stuff that Orsino was like, give her the poem that I wrote her. It's so good. She doesn't listen when I say it, but if you say it, she might listen. And it's like, no, Orsino, that's not how it works. If she wanted your poem, she would have taken it the first time, not if somebody else reads it. It's not less creepy. If anything, it's a little bit more creepy. It's very middle school-esque, like when you say, oh, hey, can you tell your friend that I like them? That always bothered me when I was in school, because, sorry, that was really loud. That always bothered me when I was in school, because I remember kids would be like, oh yeah, I really like this person, and I don't know how to tell them, and I'm like, just tell them. I can tell that they like you too. And they're like, no, I can't. It's so embarrassing. And it's like, no, it's not that embarrassing. But then I would always have to be the person who like marched in like this, like a penguin, be like, hey, here's this poem that Orsino wrote for you, Olivia. Do you want to hear it? No? Okay. Sounds good. I'm going to go back to math class now. Anyway, okay. So Viola just did that for Orsino, and Olivia was just like, I want to hear your version, Viola. I want to hear the poems you would write about me instead. And it's just like, ooh, okay, Olivia, I see you. I see your taste. So Malvolio takes out a ring because, what's up, bruh? So Malvolio takes out a ring because Olivia sent Malvolio after Viola and was like, hey, can you give him this ring? I think he left this in my house. Which I don't think happened, but we'll see. So Malvolio offers the ring and says, she returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains to have taken it away yourself. She adds moreover, that you should put your lord into a desperate assurance she will none of him. And one thing more, that you be never so hardy to come again in his affairs, unless it be to report your lord's taking of this. Receive it so. So Malvolio's just like, don't come back. She doesn't want any more poems, dude. They're trash. Like, his rhymes are so soft that they actually don't even rhyme. So, like, unless you're coming back to tell her that Orsino is going to revoke his asking of her for her hand, don't come back here with this trash. And Viola says, "She took the ring of me." I'll none of it. So Viola's just like, "I didn't take off my ring. I don't know why." She's like, I think Olivia took my ring off. And Malvolio says, "Come, sir, you peevishly threw it to her, and her will is it should be so returned." And then Malvolio throws the ring at Viola's feet. "If it be worth stooping for, here it lies in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it." So Malvolio exits. So yeah, I guess what happened is Olivia took the ring off of Viola's finger, and then she was like, "Oh, hey, Malvolio, can you, like, go give this to him and tell him, you know, oh, sorry, you forgot your ring." Because she kind of thinks he's cute. Olivia thinks that Malvolio, aka Cesario, is cute. Is this an English class? Kind of, not really. It's just me explaining what Shakespeare means. That's all. Anyway, so essentially Malvolio's just like, "Okay, whatever, that's not what I was told. I'm gonna throw this on the ground because I'm upset because you made me run, although you made me do cardio, and I'm upset that I had to do cardio to catch up with you." So yeah, that's it. So Viola picks up the ring because Malvolio just, like, yeets out of there. And Viola says, "I left no ring with her. What means this, lady?" Oh, so Viola didn't even leave a ring. Oh, shit. "Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She made good view of me, indeed, so much that then methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak in stars distractedly. She loves me, sure, the cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring? Why, he sent her none. I am the man. If it be so, 'tis. Poor lady, she were better love a dream. Disguise, I see thou art a wickedness wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy is it for the proper false in woman's waxen hearts to set their forms. Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we, for such as we are made of, such we be. How will this fadge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him, and she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love, as I am woman. Now, alas, the day! What thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? O time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie. So Viola's just like, oh my God, what have I done? So she's like, look, Orsino is in love with this woman, which, you know, whatever. I'm trying to seduce him too, as a woman in pants in the 18th, 16th, 17th century. Yikes. But anyway, so he, you know, she's trying to seduce him, and she's like, look, I feel really bad because, you know, this woman in pants. I know! And so Viola feels really bad because Orsino really loves this woman, but at the same time, Olivia's really starting to fall in love with Viola, and Viola's understanding this now. And she's like, what have I done? I've accidentally seduced this woman that he's courting, and I don't want him to think that it's my fault. But at the same time, how am I going to tell Olivia that I'm also a woman? You know, so that's a problem, which I agree. You know, it's a kind of big thing to talk about. So I don't know, maybe it'll be really successful. Maybe Olivia will accept Viola for who she truly is. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe her twin will come in and that'll play a part. Because it seems that she likes her boyish looks, you know, how how Viola kind of looks womanish because she's a woman. But at the same time, she doesn't know. But, yeah. So if, not Antonio, if Sebastian truly does look like Viola, then maybe she'll go for that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay. So anyway, Viola exits and goes on her way with her new ring, which I'd be like, hell yeah, accessories. I'm not a huge accessory person, if you can't tell. But I'd be like, oh, that's cool. I got a new thing. Ring unlocked. you know? Okay, scene 3. We're in Olivia's house. So Olivia, I'm guessing, is just like, oh, this has nothing to do with Olivia. It's in Olivia's house, but guess who's not in this scene? Olivia. If I was Olivia, I'd be so upset if so many people I didn't want in my house were in my house all the time. I'd just be like, leave. Hello, my good. Welcome to chat. Okay, so Sir Toby Belch and Sir Andrew Aguacheek are in the house. Olivia's house, to be specific. And it's in a room in Olivia's house. What room? I'm gonna say the drawing room. I'm guessing she has a really nice house because she's a countess. So, you know, it makes sense that she would have a drawing room, I think. Okay. So, Sir Toby. God, Toby. Mr. Burpsome. Anyway, Toby Belch says, approach, Sir Andrew. Not to be abed after midnight is to be up betimes. And diluculo surgere, thou knowest. Toby, what the hell are you saying? And Sir Andrew's like, nay, by my troth, I know not. But I know to be up late is to be up late. So Sir Andrew is just like, no, I'm not here to party. I'm not here to drink or be naughty. I'm just awake. Toby, don't tease me. And Sir Toby, my favorite book, I don't have a favorite book. I'm going to just say it outright. I don't have a favorite book. Yeah, this is 12th Night. Get it or get gone. That's not true. Don't get, you can do whatever you want. Fantastic. Yeah, this is a great book. It's a great book. Okay, anyway. A false conclusion, Toby says. I hate it as an unfilled can. To be up after midnight and go to bed then is early, so that to go to bed after midnight is to go to bed betimes. Does not our life consist of the 4 elements? So Toby's just like, oh, midnight is so early. Don't go to bed yet. I want to hang out. And Sir Andrew says, faith, so they say, but I think it rather consists of eating and drinking. So Andrew's just like, look, after midnight, I get up to nothing good, so I'd prefer to just chill. And Sir Toby says, the art of scholar, let us therefore eat and drink. Marry, and I say, a stoup of wine. So Toby's like, okay, then let's eat and drink, because it's after midnight, so let's go get wrecked. And Sir Andrew says, here comes the fool of faith. And the clown says, how no, brown cow? My heart. Did you never see the picture of we 3? And Sir Toby says, welcome, ass. Now let's have a catch. So Sir Toby and Sir Andrew really want nothing to do with the clown because, I mean, honestly, I get it because the clown is honestly not a great character. He's just like, he's a jester for Olivia. He's somebody who's supposed to keep them entertained in the castle, even though he really doesn't do a lot. He like went MIA for a while. And Sir Andrew says, by my troth, the fool has an excellent breast. Sorry, I'm 12. I had rather than 40 shillings. I had such a leg and so sweet a breath to sing as the fool has. In sooth, thou wast in very gracious fooling last night when thou spokest of, it's a big word, Pigrogromatus, of the Vapians passing the equinoctial, and Queubis. Oh my God. 'Twas very good, a faith. I sent thee 6 pence for thy lemon. Hadst it? Wow. Thank you so much, Sir Andrew, for saying the big words. I hope those are the biggest words of the 12th night. And Clown said, I did impeticos thy gratillity. Oh my God. For Malvolio's nose is no whipstock. My lady has a white hand, and the Myrmidons are no bottle ale houses. Do you have to read the first 11 nights to understand the 12th night? Yes. Sir Andrew, excellent. Why, this is the best fooling when all is done. Now, a song. So they're asking the clown to sing a song. They're like, entertain us if you're going to be here. We don't want to be with you otherwise. And Toby says, come on, there is 6 pence for you. Let's have a song. They're like, oh, we have a little bit of money. So if you dance for us, clown, we'll give you the money. And Andrew says, there's a testrel of me too. If one night give a. And clown says, would you like a love song or a song of good life? And Sir Toby says, a love song. A love song. Dead. And Sir Andrew says, I care not of good life. So, yeah, they just want to hear about romance. And the clown sings, oh no, we have a song. Okay. Oh, mistress mine, where are you roaming? Oh, stay and hear your true love's combing. Even though it's coming. That can sing both high and low. You see what I did there? That's some musical genius writing right there. Trip no further, pretty sweeting. Journeys end in lovers meeting. Every wise man's son doth know. I know, genius melody writing. I agree. I can't take all the credit. Anyway, Sir Andrew says, excellent, good, and faith. And Sir Toby says, good, good. And the clown sings again, and he goes, what is love? 'Tis not hereafter. Present mirth hath present laughter. Ha ha ha. What's to come is still unsure. In delay there lies no plenty. Then come kiss me, sweet and 20. Youth's stuff will not endure. And Sir Andrew has a mellifluous voice, as I am true knight. And Toby says, a contagious breath. I'm glad they liked my singing. I'm glad they really enjoyed it. And Sir Andrew says, very sweet and contagious in faith. And Sir Toby says, to hear by the nose is a dulcet and contagion. But shall we make the welkin dance indeed? Shall we rouse the night owl in a catch that will draw 3 souls out of 1 weaver? Shall we do that? And Sir Andrew says, and you love me, let's do it. I am dog at a catch. And the cloud says, by your lady, sir, and some dogs will catch well. Sir Andrew says, most certain, let our catch be, thou knave. And clown says, hold thy peace, hold thy knave, knight. I shall be constrained in it to call thee knave knight. So essentially, Sir Andrew and Sir Toby are so hyped up because they just got serenaded by the club that they, or not by the club, by the clown, that they want to go to the club. They want to go dancing now. They're like, I want to go get some maidens. But let's be honest, they've been maidenless for a while, and I have a feeling they are going to continue to be maidenless for at least 1 more night. Just saying. And Sir Andrew says, 'tis not the first time I have constrained one to call me knave. Begin, fool. It begins, hold thy peace. And clown said, I shall never begin if I hold my peace. And Sir Andrew says, good and faith, come, begin. And then they sing the catch, and I don't know what the catch is, so I'm just gonna catch air, blow it away. And that's exactly what happened. And Maria comes in. Maria is the handmaiden of Olivia. So she assists her. And Maria says, what a caterwauling do you keep here? If my lady have not called up her steward Malvolio and bid him turn you out of doors, never trust me. So Maria's just like, you guys are so goddamn loud. What are you doing? Sir Toby's like, my lady's a Cadian. We are politician Malvolio's a Pegaramsey, and I'm not singing. I'm sorry. I can't do it. 3 merry men we be. Am not I consanguineous? Am I not of her blood? Tilly Valley lady. So essentially he's just like, are we not related? Am I not welcome in her house? We're cousins, bro. Of course she's not going to complain. And he sings, "There dwelt a man in Babylon, lady. And Clown says, "Beshrew me the night's an admirable fooling." And Sir Andrew says, "Aye, he does well enough if he be disposed, and so do I too. He does it with a better grace than I do it more natural." And Sir Toby says, "Oh, the 12th day of December. Do you remember the 12th day of December?" And then Sir Toby is singing September by Earth, Wind, and Fire wrong for the entire play. And Maria says, "Oh, for the love of God, peace. It's September, not December, and it's the 21st night." She's like, "Are you dyslexic with numbers too? God, Toby." Sorry if that's... I'm sorry. Anyway, enter Malvolio. And Malvolio says, "My masters, are you mad? Or what are you? Have you no wit manners nor honesty, but to gabble this like tinkers at the time of night? Do ye make an alehouse of my lady's house, that ye squeak out your cosier's catches, without any mitigation or remorse of voice? Is there no respect of place, persons, nor time in you?" So Malvolio is just like, "Bros, shut up. It's late. Go to bed." And Sir Toby says, "Oh, we did keep time, sir, in our catches. Snack up." Malvolio says, "Sir Toby, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that though she harbors you as her kinsman, she's nothing allied to your disorders if you can separate yourself and your Demeters. You are welcome to the house. If not, and it would please you to take leave of her, she is very willing to bid you farewell." Malvolio's just like, "Look, bro, if you keep up the behavior that you have continued to constantly behave with," Jesus, so articulate. Oh, wow, so eloquent with words. She's gonna kick him out. She's gonna kick him out if he keeps doing this crap that he does. And Sir Toby says, "Farewell, dear heart, since I must needs be gone." So Toby's just like, "Okay, I'm gonna go tonight. I'm being too loud, sorry." And Maria says, "Nay, good Sir Toby." And Clown sings, "His eyes do show his days are almost done." And Malvolio says, "Is it even so?" And Sir Toby, "But I will never die." Clown, "Sir Toby, there you lie." Malvolio, "This is much credit to you." Sir Toby, "Shall I bid him go?" Clown, "What an if you do?" Even though it's supposed to rhyme. And Sir Toby says, "Shall I bid him go and spare not?" And Clown says, "Oh, no, 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 you dare not." Am I a theater kid? I used to do theater when I was younger, but I don't do theater anymore. To be or not to be, very close, not Twelfth Night. I believe that is Hamlet. So, but correct author, very good, Neo McFluffy. Sir Toby says to the Clown, "Out of tune, sir, ye lie." Wow, Sir Toby, flamin' the Clown for singing out of tune. What a Chad. That's some Chad energy right there. And then turns to Malvolio, "This poor man, art any more than a steward? Dost thou think, because thou art virtuous, there shall be no more cakes and ale?" Yes, by Saint Anne. And then, so Sir Toby's just like, "Look, do you think you have any kind of power here? Because, I'm Sir Toby, bro." And the Clown's like, "Yeah, by Saint Anne and ginger shall be hot in the mouth, too." And the Clown is just like, "Yeah, he's Sir Toby, bro. What are you gonna do about it, huh?" And Malvolio's like, "Mistress Mary, if you prized my lady's favor at anything more than contempt, you would not give means for this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand." So Malvolio's just like, "Oh, really? I don't speak on behalf of myself. I speak on behalf of the woman who owns this goddamn house. Okay? Shut up, unless you want to get kicked out and be homeless tomorrow, Toby." Dumbass. And then Malvolio exits. Maria's like, "Go shake your ears." She's like, "Get the hell out of here." Sir Andrew says, 'Twere as good a deed as to drink when a man's a-hungry, to challenge him the field, and then to break promise with him, and make a fool of him. Andrew's like, don't pester my friend. Don't make fun of my friend, okay? He's just doing his best right now. Sir Toby's like, do it, knight. I'll write thee a challenge, and I'll deliver thy indignation to him by word of mouth. And Maria says, sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the count's was today with my lady, she is much out of quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I do not gull him in a nay word, and make him a common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it. Dish thief, I have a story about that. I will do that at the end of the act. I've got one more page left, and I will tell you a story about pasture stuff. Okay, Sir Toby, possess us. Possess us. Tell us something of him. Maria says, marry, sir. Sometimes he is a kind of Puritan. And Andrew says, oh, if I thought that, I'd beat him like a dog. Andrew's like, oh, he has a soul? He has something kind and pure in his heart? Well, now that, I know I can just beat him to death. And he won't. Bro, we bullies. Good. But yeah, so Andrew's just like, yeah, I'll beat him to death. I don't care. He has a weakness. I'll find it. And Sir Toby says, what, for being a Puritan? Thy exquisite reason, dear knight? So Toby's just like, whoa, bro, calm down. Andrew, chill out. Hold on. This is going a little bit too far. Maria says, the devil a Puritan that he is, or anything constantly but a time pleaser, an affection to ask, the cons state without book and utters it by great swaths, the best persuaded of himself, so crammed as he thinks with excellencies that it is his grounds of faith that all that look on him love him, and on that vice in him will my revenge find notable cause to work. So Maria's just like, Toby, do you know your greatest weakness? Your greatest weakness is the fact that you think everybody who lays eyes on you likes you. And you know what? It's not true. You're not a likable person, Toby. Also, I'm so sorry if somebody in chat is named Toby. I feel really bad right now if I'm like making eye contact with you and looking into your soul and I'm like, Toby. Nobody likes you. Anyway, and Sir Toby says, what will I do? Shut up, Lorenzo. Your name is not Toby. Stop crying. Maria. I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein by the color of his beard, the shape of his leg, the manner of his gait, the expression of his eye, forehead, and complexion, he shall find himself most feelingly personated. I can write very like my lady your niece, on a forgotten matter. He can hardly make distinction of our hands. And Sir Toby says, excellent. I smell a device. And Sir Andrew says, I have it in my nose too. Sir Toby says, he shall think by the letters that thou wilt drop that they come from my niece, and that she's in love with him. Oh. So Sir Toby, wait, hold on. So Maria is plotting something with Sir Toby first. Hold up. They're not talking about Toby. I'm so sorry, Toby. They're talking about, what's his name? God damn it. The Duke. They're talking about the Duke. They're talking about Orsino. Orsino's just like a piece of trash. She's just like, I don't like Orsino, okay? Orsino's the worst. We don't like him. Rip Orsino, okay? Orsino's just like this big narcissist. Da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, so. Yeah, I know. I feel bad. I feel bad for ripping on Toby for like a full minute. I know, I was like, Toby is the worst. Which, I mean, to be fair, I'm not really a huge fan of Toby. I like Toby's relationship with Andrew, right? His name is Andrew? Yeah, Sir Andrew. But at the same time, Toby just kind of sucks because he's just like, I want to do nothing and I want to cause a ruckus all the time. I want to party. And it's like, that does not line up with who you live with right now. So But yeah, Orsino, so Orsino's like this narcissist, and they're like, ugh, we hate Orsino. And everyone's like, yeah, we fucking hate Orsino. And so, right, classic Toby. But yeah, so everyone's just like, yeah, we gotta like figure out a way to get Orsino to just get out of this shit. And so Maria's like, well, I know how to write letters as if they were written by Olivia, and like you can't really tell the handwriting difference. Not that Orsino has probably ever gotten a letter from Olivia, because let's be honest, Olivia has no interest in Orsino. It's probably just been Orsino being like, hey maiden, how you doing? I made mac and cheese yesterday. Yikes. So, yeah, I don't know what I would respond to. I don't know how to respond to that as Olivia. So, she probably just didn't say anything. Exactly. Hey, Olivia, you up? Right. Send that by carrier pigeon. I'll find out by tomorrow. She was up. She's asleep before midnight, so, like, I doubt it. By the time he would send it, it wouldn't work. Anyway, I also know a lot of facts about carrier pigeons, too. If you ever want to learn about carrier pigeons, I can go into I can digress about carrier pigeons if that's something you're interested in. Okay, let me finish this act. Holla. And then Sir Toby's just like, yeah, so, yeah, we can fool this dude and make him think that my cousin likes him, but she really doesn't. But it's okay, because we just need to tell him. Anyway, so, okay, Maria says, my purpose is indeed a horse of that color. And Sir Andrew says, and your horse now would make him an ass. And they're just like, yeah, we got this. And then Sir Andrew's like, I know a pun. And Maria's like, ass. I doubt not. And Sir Andrew says, oh, 'twill be admirable. Maria says, sport royal, I warrant you, I know my physic will work with him. I will plant you two and let the fool make a third, where he shall find the letter, observe its construction of it, for this night to bed and dream on the event. Farewell. So they're just coming up with an idea. So, like, Andrew and Toby are going to have this letter for Orsino, and they're just going to, like, be being stupid. And then Orsino will find it. Either, I don't know if it's going to be addressed to Orsino or addressed to someone else. And then Orsino will be like, oh no. Or he'll be like, oh yeah. So, and Sir Toby says, good night, Penthesilea. So yeah, Maria leaves. Okay, cool. Sir Andrew says, before me, she's a good wench. They're like, you know what, Maria's alright. You know, now that she's trying to help our cause. And Sir Toby says, she's a beagle true-bred and one that adores me. What of that? Sir Andrew says, I was adored once, too. Not by the girl I like, but still I've been adored. Maybe by you, Toby, senpai. And Toby's like, let's to bed, knight. Thou hadst need send for more money. And Sir Andrew says, if I cannot recover your niece, I am a foul way out. Sir Toby says, send for money, knight. If thou hast her not in the end, call me cut. And Sir Andrew says, if I do not, never trust me. Take it how you will. And Sir Toby says, come, I'll go burn some sack. 'Tis too late to go to bed now. Come, night. Come, night. So, okay. Sir Toby and Andrew are finally like, you know what? We are going to go to bed, because that seems like the most reasonable thing to do right now. And Sir Toby's like, you know what? That's, no, Sir Andrew's like, you know what? That's actually a good idea. I actually, you know what? I said that at the beginning of the scene, and you were like, I want a drink, so I joined you. But now that you're saying it's a good idea to go to bed, maybe it is a good idea for us to go to bed, Toby. Anyway, okay. Facts. So, okay, my facts about pigeons, carrier pigeons. It's not just like pigeon facts. It's just a carrier pigeon fact. So, carrier pigeons are not actually as convenient as they seem. So, essentially, how carrier pigeons work, right, is, you have to tie the little note to the pigeon, right? But the thing is, you can't just have a pigeon, because pigeons don't just have, like, pigeon GPS. That's not a thing. Pigeons have to know where they're going. And so for a pigeon to know where it's going, it has to have a home base. Because you know what pigeons do? They do a hard reset and they just go home. They figure out where they live from the place that they are. So, what a pigeon does is it gets taken by someone from the home base. So the pigeon will nest at somebody's house. So say you want to send a carrier pigeon to Olivia. Orsino, okay? So Orsino wants to send a carrier pigeon to Olivia. Orsino will take a pigeon from Olivia's house, from a nest at her house, and then take that pigeon to his house. And then he will keep that pigeon at his house until he needs to send a letter to Olivia. And when he needs to send a letter to Olivia, he will tie that message to the Olivia pigeon's leg, carrier pigeon that shit over, and eventually the bird will fly to Olivia's house. And then Olivia might get the message if she sees the pigeon in the nest, or if the carrier pigeon actually knows where to go, that also works. So, it's actually not as convenient as it sounds, having a carrier pigeon. But alas. Okay. Anyway, my brief little thing about the pastor comment. So, fun fact about XB, when XB was a tiny youth. So, when I was growing up, we had to choose dream jobs. And so, when I was very, very young, I was very Catholic. I'm agnostic now, but that's besides the point. So anyway, when I was very young, I was like, woo. Anyway, why not just text facts? So I was really into it. I was really into it because I liked the fact that I had to go to school on Sunday to learn about something because I really liked school. And so I said my dream job was I wanted to be a priest. And then I had to find out through job day that I couldn't become a priest because I'm a woman. I know, Lorenzo, okay. But yeah, I wanted to be a priest when I was really young because I was like, he gets to talk. I was like, I'm so much cooler and more exciting than the priest that I see at church because I want to sleep whenever he talks. And let me tell you, I am so good at talking and telling stories in an interesting way. Even though, the readings are set, I was like, but after the readings, there's a thing called the homily. If you don't know anything about Catholicism, let me, break this down a little bit. So you, read a couple passages from the Bible. The last reading is from the New Testament. And then the priest will just, go up and he'll be like, hey, let me tell you a story, or let me talk to you about what we just talked about, and then do something that's relevant to that and relates it to how you live your life. And I was like, but all of these dudes are super old and not relatable at all. And my 7-year-old brain was just like, you know who is relatable? I'm relatable. I should be a priest. And then, so that dream really died really hard because then they were like, oh, you can be a nun. And I was like, no, it doesn't hit the same. It's not the same. Nuns don't get a talk on the church stage. That's what I thought it was called. So, yeah, it just didn't pan out. So, and look where we are now. Reading Shakespeare. Reading old texts on the internet instead and interpreting them for a large for an audience. Just start a cult. What's funny though is in high school, speaking of cults, I'm not in a cult, but in high school, a friend of mine, so I was already agnostic by the time I was maybe 15 or 16. And my friend was an atheist. She was like, what? There isn't a centralized place that's dedicated to agnostics or atheism, or trying to explore explore philosophies or explore things that you would be interested in figuring it out when it comes to other religions. And so I made an entire floor plan for something called the House of Atheism. And it was just like this entire big area that had like a big library. It also had a ball pit, because like, who doesn't like a ball pit? I don't know. I don't think I would like the ball pit as much anymore, because I don't really like ball pits anymore. But I think it was a good concept, especially with what it was. But like, you know, maybe not. I don't know. It seems controversial. Okay. So yeah, not in a cult. Wanted to be a priest when I was a child. Carrier pigeons are not effective. Okay? Don't use them. Yeah, just text, man. Carrier pigeons are not as romantic as you think they are, and they go to the bathroom everywhere, so it doesn't seem worth it. Okay. Since I have the day off today and tomorrow, I'm going to have a long stream today, so I'm going to finish Act 2 today. We have 3 more scenes left, so put on your seatbelt, because we're going to go and do it. You can find God in the ball pit, maybe. Maybe he's at the bottom. Nobody knows what's at the bottom of the ball pit. Like, let's be honest. What's the material? Is it concrete? That seems dangerous. Maybe it's just like a rubber sheet. Maybe it's an endless abyss of, spheres. Who knows? But it also could be God. I'm just saying. You never know. I've never been to the bottom of a ball pit. I'm just saying. God material. All right. The skin of deities. Okay. Scene 4. We are in a room in the Duke's palace. Why are we just in general rooms? Shakespeare, come on. I mean, I guess it's convenient to keep things vague if you need to, because, again, Shakespeare's working with what he's working with. He's in the Globe Theater. He doesn't have a lot of props or set pieces, I'm guessing. So, I don't know, man. Anyway, so the Duke is there, Viola is there as Cesario. She's in pants. Keep your pants on, okay? Curio and attendants are there. And musicians. Okay, who is Curio again? I know he's like some weird tertiary character. Who is he? He's like an assistant, right? Yeah, he's a gentleman. He's a gentleman attending to the Duke. So the Duke says, give me some music now. God, he's so demanding. I get why Olivia doesn't really like him that much, because honestly, he doesn't have a lot going for him. He likes music a lot, which is cool, but like, you can only base so much of your relationship around music. Anyway, so the music is playing. Anyway, Taylor Swift. So good morrow, friends. Oh, the musicians just step forward. They don't even play. Now, good Cesario, but that piece of song, that old and antic song we heard last night, methought it was relive my passion much more than light airs and recollected terms of those most brisk and giddy paced times. Come, but one verse. And Curio says, he's not here, so please your lordship, that should sing. And the Duke says, who was it? And Curio says, Festa, the jester, my lord, a fool that the Lady Olivia's father took much delight in. He's about the house. And the Duke says, seek him out and play the tune the while. And then they're like, dun 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 dun, me, and they're playing Toxic by Britney Spears, and then the clown's just gonna be like, ooh, my favorite song. I'm gonna sing it. And then Curio leaves, and the music is playing, and then Duke says, come hither, boy. I don't know why he had that accent. If ever thou shalt love, and the sweet pangs of it remembers me, for such as I am, all true lovers are. Unstayed and skittish in all motions else, save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune? So he's like, oh, do you like this one? Do you not like this? How do you feel about it? I can't decide. Even though I love this song, but like, how do you feel about it? And Viola's like, it gives a very echo to the seat where love is thrown. And the Duke says, thou dost speak masterly. My life upon it young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some favour that it loves. Hath it not, boy? Boy. And Viola says, a little, by your favour. And Duke says, what kind of woman is it? So I guess the Duke has never seen Olivia, because he's saying, like, what kind of girl is she? What was she like when you went to go visit her? Like, what happened? Sorry, I need to cough for a second. Hold on. So much talking. Okay. So, yeah, he's just like, oh, what happened? Did she like my poem? Anyway. And Viola says, of your complexion. She's like, oh yeah, you would like her. She's very pretty. And the Duke says, she is not worth thee then. What year is a faith? And Viola says, about your years, my lord. So Viola's like, oh, she's about your age. And the Duke says, too old, by heaven. Let still the woman take an elder than herself, so wears she to him, so sways she level in her husband's heart. For boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more giddy and infirm. More longing, wavering, sooner lost in one than women's are. And Viola says, I think it well, my lord. So the Duke is just like, oh, she's really so old. Who'd have thunk that Olivia was so old? Even though you would have thought that he would have cross-referenced this or checked this earlier. And Duke says, then let thy love be younger than thyself, or thy affection cannot hold the bent, for women are as roses, whose fair flower being once displayed, doth fall that very hour. Oh, he's so repugnant. Why is he so terrible? He's just like, look, make sure you get a girl who's younger than you, otherwise she's going to get ugly way faster, just so you know. God, the Duke is so intolerable. Really? And Viola says, and so they are, alas that they are so, to die even when they to perfection grow. So, Viola's playing it cool. She's just like, you're right, They peak and then they just disintegrate into dust. Old lady dust. And the Duke says to the clown, oh, fellow, come, the song we had last night. Mark it, Cesario, it is old and plain, the spinsters and the knitters in the sun. And the free maids that weave their thread with bones do use to chant it. It is silly sooth, and dallies with the innocence of love like the old age. And the clown says, are you ready, sir? And the Duke says, I prithee thee, sing. And then there's music. I'm going to read this, because honestly, I don't think I can do this justice. I can't do it. So the clown sings the following tune. Come away, death, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Fly away, breath. I am slain by a fair cruel maid. My shroud of white stuck all with you, oh prepare it. My part of death no one so true did share it. Not a flower sweet, on my black coffin there be strown. Not a friend greet my poor corpse where my bones shall be thrown. 1,000 sighs to save, lay me aware, sad true lover, never find my grave to weep there. Wow. And the Duke is throwing money. So the clown is a stripper now. Fantastic. And says, there's for thy pains. And then the clown does a body roll and is like, no pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir. And the Duke says, I'll pay thy pleasure then. Man, is this a flirtationship I'm feeling? Am I feeling flirtation right now? And the clown's like, truly, sir, and pleasure will be paid one time or another. And the Duke says, give me now leave to leave thee. And the clown says, now the melancholy god protect thee, and the tailor make the doublet of changeable taffeta, for thy mind is a very opal. I would have men of such constancy put to sea, that their business might be everything and their intent everywhere, for that's it that always makes a good voyage for nothing. Farewell. And then the clown exits. He's like, oh, you make it so worth it to come over here and perform for you. I'm so glad I came, because you know what? Oh, you pay so well. And the Duke says, let all the rest give place. And so everyone exits except for the Duke and Viola, who is Cesario. And the Duke says, once more, Cesario, get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her my love, more noble than the world prizes not quantity of dirty lands, the parts that fortune hath bestowed upon her. Tell her I hold as giddily as fortune, but 'tis that miracle in queen of gens, that nature pranks her and attacks my soul. So the Duke is like, look, I get it. She doesn't like me, but you know what? I want you to tell her again how I feel. I want you to go over there again and again and again until she gets the point. And Viola says, but if she cannot love you, sir? And the Duke says, I cannot be so answered. Viola says, sooth, but you must. Say that some lady, as perhaps there is, hath your love as great a pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her. You tell her so. Must she not then be answered? So Viola's just like, look, what if she finds another guy that she likes more? What if she just, like, what if it's just not meant to be for you? What if it's just not for you? So, essentially, she's just like, look, you might want to give this up. It might not be worth it. And the Duke says, there is no woman's sides I can bide the beating of so strong a passion. As love doth give my heart, no woman's heart so big to hold so much. They lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite. No motion of the liver but the palate, that suffers surfeit, cloyment, and revolt. But mine is all as hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare between the love a woman can bear me, and that I owe Olivia. So he's just like, look, she's going to take some convincing, I get it. You know what? That's fine. I don't mind. But alas, I know my love is strong and true. And eventually I will convince her, because a woman's love is not as strong as a man's. And Viola says, aye, but I know. And Duke says, what dost thou know? What do you know, Viola? Huh? And Viola says, too well that love women to men may owe. In faith, they are as true as heart. They are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter loved a man, as it might be, perhaps, were I a woman, I should your lordship. So Viola's just like, look, I know women also have the ability to love. You can't discount the love that a woman can give a man. But, you should keep that in consideration. If I were a woman, maybe I would be interested in you. The Duke says, and what's her history? He's just like, whatever. And Viola says, a blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment like a worm in the bud. Feed on her damask cheek. She pined it, though, and with a green and yellow melancholy she sat, like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but indeed our shows are more than will. For still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love. So Viola's just like, look, she really thought about it, but at the same time, she's just not into it. And the Duke said, but died thy sister of her love, my boy? And Viola says, I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too, and yet I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady? So Viola's just like, look, are you going to give me the message that she wants to hear or not? And the Duke says, aye, that's the theme. To her in haste, give her this jewel, say, my love can give no place, bide, no deny. Okay. So the Duke is sending another gift. I'm not sure if it's a gift of, yeah, okay, so I think he's giving up, because it's to her in haste. He's just like, look, you know what, I'm going to make my peace with it, and I'm just going to send her a nice little gift. We'll make the best of it. You know what, we'll make the best of the situation. I'm going to give up while I'm ahead. I'm still a hot commodity. I'm a Duke. What can I say, Okay, so then the Duke exits. All of them exit. They're exunting. I have realized the difference between exit and exunt. All right. Good night, Lorenzo. It's okay. I feel it too a little bit. I'm feeling a little bit worn down too, so I might end early as well, earlier than I thought. Because I'm just like, oh God. Good night, Lorenzo. See you later. Yeah, so the Duke is trying to make haste. The Duke is just like, look, we're gonna clean up this mess. Okay, let's see how long scene 5 is, and then, yeah. It's 5 pages. I'm sorry, I don't have it in me. I'm exhausted. Okay. I did a lot of physical labor today. But thank you for tuning into the stream. I very much appreciate it. And I really enjoyed the audience today. We all had a great time. So thank you for coming. If you are interested in seeing more of my streams and being notified about it, feel free to follow. If not, that is okay. And thank you for coming today. I hope you had a good time. If you have missed previous streams or are interested in catching up on 12th Night or seeing any other Shakespeare plays that I have read, I have a YouTube channel where I post my live streams. Feel free to watch them there. Thank you for coming. I hope, do I have a tattoo on my wrist? No, I went to a bar 2 days ago. And they did the thing where they put the stamp on your wrist and you go, why? Will it not wash off? Anyway, have a great day or a great night or a great afternoon or whatever you are doing. I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.